Republicans ramping up their battle against California Governor Gavin Newsom's vote-by-mail executive order, calling it a, quote, brazen power grab in a new lawsuit. Here to explain, RNC Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel. Ronna, what's the big deal about mail-in voting in California?
It is an absolute brazen power grab, and beyond that, Brian, it will inject chaos into the election process in California. So what he's talking about is just sending ballots directly to registered voters. In LA County alone, there are 1.5 million more registered voters than there are adults in the state because California never cleans up their voter rolls. So there will be ballots littering the street. And if you don't believe me, look what's happening in Nevada. We have a website, protectthevote.com, where we're showing thousands of ballots just littering mailboxes, littering garbage cans, because Clark County did the exact same thing. They send ballots directly to inactive voters. Not a single state in this country that does mail voting sends ballots to inactive voters. This is frightening, and that's why we're suing the governor.
Here's what the state says. Their Secretary of State says this lawsuit is just another part of Trump's political smear campaign against voting by mail. We will not let the virus be exploited for voter suppression. People are concerned, especially, people might say, well, the president's not going to win California. But there's a whole bunch of congressional seats that went blue that Republicans feel as though they could turn red, not maybe if this is allowed to happen.
So it's so hypocritical for Democrats to say that. They are using coronavirus to try and upend all the safeguards to election integrity. They filed over a dozen lawsuits in this country to get rid of things like signature verification. How does that matter with coronavirus? We should have signature verification. They want to expand ballot harvesting with strangers going door to door and touching each other and grabbing each other's hands, sending ballots to inactive voters. All they're trying to do is inject chaos into this election, and that's why the RNC has intervened in over a dozen lawsuits.
Ronna, one thing that's occupying a lot of your time, and the president made it clear, he's getting very impatient with North Carolina's lack of commitment to allowing him to have the convention there in a way in which would allow people to come together and especially watch his major address at the end. And he says, I'm going to pull out and go somewhere else. North Carolina's governor came back and said this, a Democrat, Roy Cooper, North Carolina is relying on data and science to protect the state's public health and safety. They do not seem enthusiastic about the possibility of the revenue that could come in with the RNC in their state. What are you hearing?
Yeah, we are going to bring a huge revenue uplift to North Carolina. The North Carolina people want to have this convention. The president's right to say to the governor, you need to assure us before we lock in all these hotel rooms and we bring all this revenue to your state that you're going to let us have this convention. And I'll tell you what, Brian, there's a lot of states that are calling the president right now saying, hey, why don't you bring that revenue to our state?
And do you think they will? Do you want to see it moved?
We want to have it in North Carolina. The president loves North Carolina. It's just the governor, and he's got to work with us. Every state we talk to is saying we want to nominate the president here. They're so excited to have that, but this governor's up for re-election. He hasn't given us the assurances we need. We need to be able to move forward in a concrete way. So we're going to have those discussions. The president wants to have it in North Carolina. We love Charlotte. We love the people of North Carolina. So that's what we're going for.
I know Florida would knock over walls in order to do it, so they'll be ready. Ronna, best of luck with the negotiations. We'll look forward to talking to you during the week as this story unfolds. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brian.